That man had something to say to me.
Oh.
He saw a meme. You know who? Saw.
The courtroom is packed, and the air is thick with tension. Then, snap. The cameras catch it. Whoopi Goldberg wavers. Not her body, but everything else falls apart. Her aura, her poise, the control she once commanded here. She's hunched, over, blinking rapidly, one hand gripping the desk, the other twitching by her cheek. The same woman who ruled the view like royalty now looks like she's gasping for air, because this isn't television. It's a war zone. And Karoline just dropped a nuclear bomb. The $800 million lawsuit Whoopi once shrugged off is now barreling through the courts under a judge's order. No more delays. Evidence is flying. Emotions are shredding Whoopi apart in front of the whole country. Before we dig into this epic meltdown, hit that like button if you believe fame doesn't grant immunity, and subscribe if you agree. You did? Great. Things are about to blow up. Let's rewind to the spark that lit this fire. These women were so out of touch. ABC should have woken up sooner. The stage was set, cameras rolling, when Karoline Leavitt, calm, collected, utterly, unshaken, stepped onto the view like she owned it. The co-hosts, smelling blood, circled her like wolves. Joy Behar was first, smirking and sneering at Karoline's youth, mocking how someone so fresh-faced could offer real political insight. The room laughed. Then Sunny Hostin slid in her barb about white privilege, a line she'd used before. But this time it landed like a sniper's bullet. And then Whoopi, queen of the one-liner, leaned in, locked eyes with Karoline, and delivered the knockout. You didn't earn this. You're just the product of right-wing pity politics. The audience roared. The panel beamed. Karoline didn't flinch. She took notes. Every insult, every sneer taped away in her mind. No tweet storms, no tearful podcasts, no cryptic social media teases. Days later, she filed suit. Defamation, $800 million, headlines screaming. Every Whoopi line became exhibit. At first, The View dismissed it live. She's grasping, Whoopi scoffed. Sunny chuckled. They expected it to fade like any other outrage. But this time, it didn't. A reckoning had begun. The judge fast-tracked the case. Depositions moved up. Witness lists ballooned. Discovery widened to private texts and behind-the-scenes talk. Whoopi wasn't ready. ABC's nightmare gained momentum. Karoline's lawyers demanded uncut footage, pre-show memos, producers' Slack logs, every message before that on-air moment. What they unearthed was explosive. It wasn't just one quip. It was a pattern, mocking, targeting, performative outrage turned deadly real. There would be no pausing for commercials, no laugh track to cover the fallout, just cold, hard truth under oath. Inside the courtroom, you can hear pens scratching and cameras whirring. Then Karoline's team drops the first bombshell, a producer's note stamped with time codes. Have Joy needle her on age, then let Whoopi go hard. It'll trend. Gasps ripple through the gallery. Next up, another memo. Keep the camera tight on Karoline's reaction. That's our clip. The room is stunned. This was no free-flowing banter. It was a calculated takedown dressed up as daytime TV. The judge leans forward, eyebrows raised. Whoopi goes pale. Her lawyer reaches out, but she jerks back, eyes wide, searching for an exit. That doesn't exist. The evidence keeps coming. Slack messages planning shots about Trump, race, whatever would land hardest. Emails instructing segment coordinators to let Whoopi lead, knowing her credibility would sell the show. A script draft, even bold fonts, a mantra. Attack with intellect, dismiss with humor, flip the crowd. Karoline's team verified each. Digital timestamp, each signature. It was all real. ABC's attorneys sit in stunned silence, rifling through binders for a magic escape clause that isn't there. Whoopi sits at the defense table, knuckles white, hands clutched so tight they tremble. This isn't any PR disaster. It's a legal annihilation. And Karoline hasn't said a word. The trial pushes past 2 hours. The lights feel hotter, the air heavier. Whoopi, once the master of cool comebacks, is silent. Her shoulders droop under invisible weight. She fidgets, twisting a tissue, brushing phantom dust off the table. Finally, she whispers to her attorney, "I respect everything you're saying. I don't want to fake an apology. I was upset. People misunderstood." Her voice trails off. She doesn't look up. Then a single tear rolls down her cheek. She wipes it away, but everyone sees it. Reporters glance at each other. One types, Whoopi crying. Another starts drafting. Goldberg breaks down in court. The judge calls a 10-minute recess. Lawyers file out. Reporters lean closer to their screens, but Whoopi remains frozen. A bailiff leans in and quietly asks, "Did you know they saved all of that?" Her voice cracks. I didn't." On the other side, Karoline sits unmoved, determined but not smug, just as calm as when this began. When court resumes, Whoopi, Goldberg is a different person. No sass, no queenly composure, just a cautionary tale of what happens when a public persona collides with hidden maneuvers. Karoline finally turns to her lawyer and says, "Let's continue. The show's not over. It's just begun." Behind the scenes at ABC, it's total chaos. No more polished press releases. This is a corporate crisis insiders call the most destabilizing moment in The View's history. Executives scramble, onto emergency Zooms, HR audits every political segment from the past year and a half, and sponsors quietly pull ads. Even reruns of the controversy are being pulled from syndication. Rumor has it ABC is reviewing Whoopi's contract line by line. Performance clauses, moral clauses, public responsibility clauses, looking for a clean exit. A formal, public health hiatus plan is already drafted, complete with a scripted farewell, talking points for damage control interviews, and a plan to replace her soon. Meanwhile, Karoline's star is rising. Clips of her steely courtroom calm have racked up over 50 million views. Hashtags like #OExpose, the receipts, and media accountability are trending worldwide. Commentators from Fox to CNN call her performance strategically flawless. Even celebrities are sliding into her DMs to say, "You're braver than most of Hollywood." Karoline didn't shout or storm out. She showed up, binder in hand, laid out time-stamped receipts, and let the truth speak. Now the question on everyone's mind: should Whoopi be forced off The View after years of moral lecturing? Was Karoline justified, or did she overreach? Is this the end of legacy media's shield of "it's just commentary"? Or the start of a new era of accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every one. Smash that like button if you believe no one is above the consequences of their words, and subscribe for more fearless takes the mainstream won't touch. Share this with someone who thinks daytime TV is harmless. It's anything but fluff. This was a reckoning, and Karoline Leavitt just flipped the script. The real firestorm is still to come.